Boom, boom, boom. Yo, 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 how you living, how you feeling, how you doing? First Choice Fantasy, we are back, and today we're going into our start sits of the tight ends for week one. One player each per person. Popping into the intro, cut to it.
Chop, chop, chop.
I said, baby, I am not the one to play with. Ain't the type to give up, I'm driven and motivated. I just want some recognition and some compensation. But this ain't about the money and it ain't about the fame. I got lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning now. Lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning now.
All right, we are back, and we're just going to dive right into this nose first, trying to give you guys practically articles in a video format. So here we are, Blake Jarwin versus the Rams week one. That is my pick. I don't think a lot of the I don't think Amari Cooper or any of the receivers, for that matter, on the team are going to blow up the stadium. Okay, well, hopefully they don't blow up the stadium. But I don't think they're going to – I don't think they're going to go guns blazing. That's another bad term. But you know what I mean.
Amari, put that down.
They're not going to go off, but I think it still is going to be a pretty high-scoring game. And I think scoring has to come from somebody, and I think Blake Jarwin is a valid tight end to start week one. Obviously, he's not your tight end one, so this is a decision you got to take amongst yourself. And start him over Noah Fant if Noah Fant is your starting tight end. And, I think the matchup is pretty beautiful. Who the hell are the Rams linebackers? Fuck if I know. They lost Eric Weddle, who's also, I think, doesn't he play around the box? Am I tweaking on that, Alex?
Maybe. I don't really remember what he does. It's been a while.
Has been a while.
I don't really know what he did after he left San Diego.
I know he retired. That's all I know about
I know they lost a linebacker to the Raiders. And whatever.
Yeah.
Blake Jarwin.
Blake Jarwin, start him this week against the Rams.
Like you were saying earlier, Amari Cooper is going to have to shoot Jalen Ramsey or something if he wants to get open against him. So
see, this is the thing.
Luck going to Jarwin.
That's the reason why I said that they're not all gonna blow up. I think they're all gonna have valid games because I think they're all gonna switch in and out of slot, in and out of playing outside. I don't think Rams is gonna necessarily come in the slot with, say, Amari Cooper. I don't think he's gonna shadow Amari Cooper the entire game if Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I wouldn't really see a need for him to shadow Amari Cooper. They have three very talented wide receivers. You might as well just let him play on his side and just match up with whoever the hell's over there.
That's what I'm saying. I think whoever plays majority with Jalen Ramsey on Jalen Ramsey's side per se, it's probably not going to have the most luck, I guess you could say. But I think they're all three going to perform fairly well, but they're not going to blow up and have like a 20-plus point game. Don't hold me to that, please, because I don't want you guys to come back and be like, yo, CeeDee Lamb had 20.7 points. You were wrong.
Oh, man.
I'm not a fucking genie, bro. My fucking ball is gone. Anyway, let's hop into the second tight end start with Alex. Let's hear it.
Alex. Oh.
Greg Olsen. This one's simple. I wouldn't expect him to last like 7 weeks being healthy, but it's week one. Wilson likes his tight ends. The Falcons do not field the defense.
Football season.
I guess the Falcons field a better defense than some of the other teams we've talked about, but their defense ain't that great, and I expect them to have – Seattle will probably go full Seattle and run the ball a lot, but they should have success moving the ball. And like I said, Wilson likes his tight ends, so as long as Olsen is healthy out there, I expect him to have a solid week one.
I agree.
My genie ball that I threw over there before I threw it, it told me that I don't think that Seattle's going to be running the ball necessarily that much this week, especially with Chris Carson. I just don't know if they're going to give him 20-plus carries this week.
Anyway.
It's possible. I just think Greg Olsen's ceiling is pretty high this week. I like Greg Olsen this week as his tight end. So I guess we can just move on unless anybody else has any other words about Mr. Olsen, man.
No.
Be here.
Jonnu Smith, tossing him in my starting lineup with confidence. What else is there to say? Jonnu Smith, he's been a tight end I've been kind of following for a few years, and I think this year is his chance to get the targets that he needed to become fantasy relevant. Delaney Walker has done it all his career. And when he was with the Titans, he was effective and efficient, gathering down, chomping on the nice big targets that make it tight and relevant.
What?
So,
what? Okay.
Brandon's way of saying he doesn't have any further
Jonnu
explanation on
Smith's
this.
taking in all those targets and going to be effective, just like he was in my fantasy in my Madden game against my brother.
Oh, Jonnu Smith.
Gobbling
What an
in
athlete.
those targets.
I'm not really feeling Smith this game, but each their own.
I'm not really feeling him this year, but that is Brandon's guy. I think you said before. Am I wrong about that, Brandon?
Tight end, sure. I'm willing
Brandon
to
likes
take him or Jarwin.
I had to pull up the receipts real quick just because I didn't think he got that many targets, and he doesn't really have that many
He
targets.
doesn't, no.
He doesn't. So I don't know if he's gobbling them up like that, but he might still score. I'll give you that. He might still score a good bit.
High scoring game, possibly.
High score. Isn't it a Monday night game? Is
I
it
believe so, yeah.
It is 10:20 Monday night, 9:14. Y'all better tune into that game and watch Jonnu Smith go crazy, according to Brandon. All right.
Alex, you're saying Dallas Goedert isn't just going to get sucker punched once, but twice by the Washington football team?
No, actually. Now that we're diving into the sits, I'm going with Goddard because, as I mentioned in a previous video, Eagles' offensive line is currently set to get stomped by the Redskins' defensive line, and Dallas Goedert is going to be a huge defense against that. And they might give him some red zone looks because they normally do, but really with him, I think you're heavily dependent on that red zone touchdown because they are going to need him to pass block. Because I don't know who the hell's playing left tackle, but it's not going to be anybody good.
I'm assuming they haven't done anything with Jason Peters yet.
They haven't changed his contract, so unless they bump it up and they move him to play left tackle, but they seem everyone seems too stubborn to do anything about that. So if they just leave him at right guard, that would mean their starting left tackle has about as much experience playing the position as I do. So, yeah, they're going to need Goddard over there to handle Chase Young, or he's going to end the first half with 27
Oh,
sacks.
shit. I completely forgot about Chase Young. That was going to be rough. Chase Young, Jonathan Allen. Who else do they have?
A lot. They got Sweat. They have Ryan Kerrigan. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sitting Goddard because I think he's going to be playing tackle.
It's a valid explanation. If he gets one touchdown, though, that goes right down the toilet.
It can. However, I like other matchups. Tight end is deeper this year. I would prefer to chase other matchups than hoping that Goddard catches like 2 passes for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Let's hear about these Iowa tight ends.
Oh, I didn't even peep the Brandon had somebody in Iowa. Noah Fant, however you want to pronounce the man's name. Last year, I was hot and bothered, and I started Noah Fant 1 week. And I think he had a 65-yard touchdown or something wild like that. And, yeah, I was enjoying that. Now, I don't know if he is more of a big play kind of guy like that, if that's how he scores majority of his points. But regardless, I just don't see him getting a lot of volume in week 1, especially with Jerry Jeudy in there now, plus Cortland Sutton, and then the 2 running backs you got. And I think this is going to be a heavy ground and pound game from both teams. Obviously, Tennessee does that consistently with Derrick Henry, but I think Denver is going to try to keep it on the ground as much as they can. Time's going to go by really fast, and I don't think there's going to be many targets up in the air for receivers or even tight ends for that matter, evidently, with Noah Fant. And that's why I'm sitting in this week.
Yeah, I'm down on both tight ends this game for that specific reason.
All right, let's hear Iowa number 2.
TJ Hockenson. Just not feeling him, at least on this game against Chicago. I don't think it's going to be a great matchup for a tight end that hasn't proved a lot. But, I mean, that's what you're getting in Hockenson.
Who knows, man? What if he comes out and has the week 1 like he did last year?
This year, but
I like him this year. He hasn't
just
proved
a scary guy week 1.
I would start week 1, yeah. That's why I'm coming from here.
Fair. Got to prove it before you get Brandon's nod, which is respectable and evident.
But when it comes to Jonnu Smith, he gets that nod no matter what.
Oh, no matter what. Okay. What an athlete. What a stud.
What an athlete he is.
What a stud he is. Okay, Jonnu Smith leading the tight end. It's gonna be the tight end one this week. You betting on that?
No.
No, it's close.
He's going to be the wide
I mean, he's
receiver
going to
one.
be close to Kittle, I would say, and Kittle
Oh,
will be
gosh.
number one.
Drugs. Okay, well,
I think he'll be
obviously.
a top.
Probably have the best
top
lineup
12.
out of
Top
any
12.
pass
And
catcher
that's
this
not
week.
hard, being top 12. You're not going to lose a game.
Oh
with
yeah, but it's
tight end.
you might. I mean, if it's a 12.
I mean, it's average. I mean, it's what you want.
Yeah, you want, I guess.
I mean, not
All
what
right.
you want, but what you don't want me. Come on, man.
You can tell we're off the rockers here with Brandon saying Jonnu Smith's going to finish close to George Kittle. Now, I guess without further ado, we're just going to cut this episode short. It's a tight ends episode. There's probably like 2 people watching at this point anyway. So like, comment, subscribe. Hope for Jonnu Smith to get like 4 touchdowns week 1 against Denver. And that's about it. Adios.
Denver's defense is non-existent.
You're non-existent.
Myth.